what's up everybody? Andy here, and today we are looking at the piano part from the tune Pix Elated. It's a fun part to play. It's got a pretty involved left hand, so let's jump right into it. So what we're going to look at today is the A section, which basically starts off with that little intro lick, and then the main kind of comping and grooving that we're doing with both hands. So this first lick starts off and eventually lands on an E flat 7 sharp 9 sharp 5 chord. Okay, and it's basically a super Locrian derived lick. It's derived from the super Locrian scale in E flat, and the easiest way to think of this lick is it tends to outline basically an E minor 9 with a major 7th shape. So even though we're going to end up on a E flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, the easiest way to think of the line that descends into that chord is to outline that E minor 9 major 7th sound. So if we start from the top here, we've got, you can see even just arpeggiating down that shape, we've got the beginning of the line. So let's go ahead and do the line slowly. Here we go. Right, noticing that pivot on G there, and we actually tag the 6th too on the way down. So let's do that again. So down our E minor 9 major 7th shape, tag G, down on the 6th, octave at the bottom. Okay, so that's a pretty cool shape to incorporate into your playing. I use that shape all the time. It's just a great sound. And it's derived from the super Locrian scale, which is a lot of fun. So, got our intro lick. That's going to go right into the grooving that we do with both hands. So it's got a pretty involved left hand bass line that we do, and then we've got the harmony that's being played in the right hand. So to understand better what's going on with our left hand bass line, let's look at the chords in the right hand. So we come out of that lick into A flat minor 11. So this first section of the tune is basically in A flat minor, and the chords are going to be A flat minor 11, G flat major 9, then we're going to do D flat add 9 with a 3rd in the bass. So really great sound. You hear this all the time, this kind of 3rd in the bass sound. It's very useful, and you hear it a lot of times with this chordal voicing too. So we've got the root here, which in this case is actually the 3rd of D flat. We've got 9, 5, and then the root on top. Sometimes they'll put the root here too, right? D flat along with that. That's just a cool sound. Add 9, 3rd in the bass, cool chord. Check it out. After that, we're going to go to an E major 6/9 chord. And again, on this, we've actually have a chordal shape on top. You'll see we've got those stacked 4ths starting on G sharp, right? And then we've got that chordal on top, building out the rest of our chord, 3, 6, 9. Okay, 2 more chords. We've got B major 9 we're gonna do, and then we've got G major 7th over A. Okay, and that's gonna take us back down to A flat minor 11. So let's look at that in time slowly here. 3, 4, and E, B, and then G, back to A flat. Notice how when we did the B major 9 and the G major 7th with A in the bass, we pivoted the chord. We played the bottom half of the voicing, top half of the voicing, and then on the G major 7th, the same thing. Bottom half of the voicing, top half of the voicing, just to kind of add some movement into the chord, make it a little bit more interesting. So now let's go through that, and the second time we do it, we're going to end up doing a descending set of chords. It's going to do this. Okay? So when we get to the E the second time, let's say we've started from our A flat, G flat, D flat, E. The second time we do this, we're going to take this E down in half steps, starting with E flat, minor 9, standard minor 9 voicing there. Then we're going to go to C major 7th with D in the bass. Right, this gives us kind of a sussy sound to it. Right. Then we're going to take that same sussy sound. We're going to move it down a half step. So we've got B B major 7th with C sharp in the bass. Okay, and then that's going to eventually end up with one more chord, the B flat 7 sharp 9. So again, we've got E 6 9 down a half step, E minor 9 down a half step, C major 7th over D down a half step, B major 7th over C sharp, down a minor third to B flat 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. And the rhythm for this is 3 4. Right? Okay? So let's look at those chords all together. In this case, I'm playing the roots in the left hand here, but in reality, you'll be doing that walking bass line. So let's go ahead and look at those chords in time slowly. 3 4, and A flat, E, B, G, A flat, G flat, D. Walk down. Notice on the walk down, we're actually going to be playing fifths there. So when we get to the walking bass line in the left hand, we'll point out how at that point, during those descending chords, you're actually going to be switching from that bass line into fifths in the left hand. So we've got the chords over here, we've got the harmony, we know what chords we're playing. Let's hop over into the left hand and look at that bass line. So in the left hand, we're going to start on A flat, right? A flat minor is our key here. So let's just play through it slowly and observe the root movement in relationship to the chords we talked about. Here we go. 3 4, and fifths all the way down to B flat, right? Chromatically from E down to C sharp, and then we hop down to that B flat too. So let's look at that again slowly and kind of talk through it. So we've got our A flat root for the A flat minor 11 chord, right? Excuse me. So there's our G flat, right? There's the D flat add 9 with a third in the bass, third's F, right? And then we're on to an E major 7th shape. We're literally just arpeggiating an E major 7th there. Now we're on the B major 9 and then the G major 7th over A. And for those, we're just doing 1 5 1. So up 1 5 1, down 1 5 1 on the A, 1 5 1. So da 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 boom. Right? Again in time slowly. 3 4, and here come the fifths. All the way down. Okay? So the trickiest part is definitely the bass line. Practice the bass line separately, slowly, then you can add these chords to it. In the right hand, it's definitely the bass line that takes the most practice, and really to get it to a performance tempo, which is 110 at the 16th note, right? 16th note, so 110 rather, is what the bass line is at. So let's go ahead and take our chords and our bass line and let's put them together slowly here. 3 4, and walk it down all of the way, hey, right? So that's pretty much it for the A section as far as what the piano does. There's obviously a B section and C section that has some more involved parts in there and some pretty fun syncopated rhythms too. So if you're interested in learning the whole tune, leave some comments, let us know, and I'll be happy to post a tutorial on the entire thing. Remember, when you're practicing this, start it off slow, set that metronome at a comfortable speed to where you can play along with it, and work it up to a performance tempo of 110. And then you can try playing along with record too, which is pretty fun. If there's somebody who can post a video of themselves playing this at performance tempo within 24 hours, I'll be very impressed. So looking forward to seeing that if somebody out there is up for the challenge.